No, she won't.
She won't, Bhargav, Gurpreet.
Thank you everyone for coming here today.
Bhargav would not carry it.
I, Lomini Anandas, on behalf of JNU Talks, welcome all of you to today's public discussion on Should Common Sense Rule Us. Before we begin, a little bit about the forum. So JNU Talks is a newly founded student-driven open forum for discussion and public talks. Ours is a self-funded platform and our students and faculty have been our biggest support financially. I request you all to kindly consider donating if you'd like to be part of many more similar exciting academic discussions of political relevance. You can use the QR code which we will be circulating with the registration copy. Now let me introduce the theme briefly. So here we are talking about common sense. Common sense, as we understand it, is something which is normal, cannot be questioned. And I'd like to begin with an anecdote that I heard at the National Geographic when they were talking about cave paintings. So this artist had reconstructed the scene of a cave, and he did as we normally imagining cave paintings as such. A man standing with a paintbrush in his hand and a woman standing beside him holding a candle and a paint container. Obviously this other character. So when the people in the museum, the curators asked why the artist has chosen to depict it in that manner, they replied, well, it's common sense, isn't it? Men always did the most important things in Stone Age societies. Going back to Gramsci, as he used the word common sense in prison notebooks, he uses the word senso comune, which is the accumulation of the taken for granted knowledge to be found in any human community at any given point of time. However, the problem is that people who read the English language, most of us as we have
good sense against common sense.
Is that senso comune has no simple English equivalent. It originated as a technical term, koinesthesis in Aristotelian philosophy, which meant a sort of extra sense beyond our senses of basic ones such as vision, hearing, taste, smell and touch. And possessed by all humans, the sense was thought of as something which would enable us to organize the impressions received from the other five. Now, today we see resurgence of the far-right parties and far-right organizations all over the world. And these ideas of common sense are, as have been depicted as self-evident, natural, just and proper, are not so. So the discussion today will be about exactly that. As populist right-wing political parties are winning elections all across, and they have become the main political actors who are now setting agendas on the table, beginning from Trump, Melanie and our own Modi. These parties are now newly emerging, who have had anti-establishment trends, but also turning on minorities, and in fact imagining themselves as the new marginals, from extremist to mainstream positions now. However, the primary claim of these parties is representing or reconstituting popular sovereignty as a reaction against the local elites or politicians who are deaf and dumb against ordinary or the masses' demands and problems, as we see here in the context of India as well. Now I'd like to introduce our panelists for today. Although they do not need any introduction, still, the first speaker today is Dr. Ajay Godavarti. He is an associate professor at the Center for Political Studies. He writes extensively on Indian politics. His recently released book, Politics, Ethics and Emotions in India, engaged with Hindutva politics and presents a deeper analysis of the politics of right-wing. He also writes in popular magazines and newspapers in several columns. And we welcome you, sir, for today's talk. Our second speaker is Dr. Amir Ali. He is an assistant professor at the Center for Political Studies, JNU, and his area of expertise lies in multicultural theory, group rights, and the intellectual history of neoliberalism. Dr. Amir's latest book, Brexit and Liberal Democracy, Populism, Sovereignty and the Nation State, traced the electoral verdicts which favored the right-wing populists across the world. Now over to the speakers.
Okay, so let me begin.